Impro Theatre and the cast and crew of this online performance would like to take this time to honor the indigenous peoples of the ancestral and unceded homelands we each inhabit, and to consider the legacy of colonization. In Los Angeles, we pay our respect to the Gabrielina Tongva peoples. Impro Theatre supports the promotion of an anti-racist world, where we recognize diversity, equity, and inclusion as central to our values. We are listening, learning, and growing. We invite you to join us in taking action wherever we can to create a more just world.
Hello there, Impro friends. How are you? Welcome to the Jam. I'm Mikki Marble, the virtual studio producer of Impro Theatre, and we have such a fun jam planned for you today. Again, I'm Mikki Marble. I use they and she series pronouns. I am a round-faced, glasses-wearing person with glasses that are admittedly too big for my face. I am wearing a button-up shirt. I have pointy witchy nails right now in the spirit of the season. I am also donning a strawberry red hat, as well as headphones over that hat. My background is blurred, but you might notice a dress form in the back corner. And now, let's meet some of our improvisers.
Hi, everybody. I'm Norm Cook. I use pronouns he, him. I'm a white guy with glasses and kind of grayish hair. I'm wearing a sort of a green and black splotched shirt today, and I've got some scary pumpkins behind me, so watch out.
Hi, I'm Simone. My pronouns are she, they. I have medium length light brown hair. I'm wearing a dark top, and my background is gray.
Hi, I'm Amy. My pronouns are she and her, and I am a middle-aged Caucasian female, long dark brown hair. I'm wearing a blue tie-dyed shirt, and my background is kind of off-white wall closet door, and I'm in Rhode Island.
Hi there, I'm Marty Cohen. I'm a slightly more than middle-aged white guy with glasses, with hair which is turning grayer than I'd like. And I'm in Westchester, California, just north of LAX. And my background, I have a gray shirt, and my background is sort of somewhat spooky. And I really love improv, and I'm glad to be here.
Hi, my name is Alison Lewis, or Allie, and I'm from Manhattan, but I've been in LA just as long, so I have no idea who I am. My hair is dark brown, courtesy of Clairol. My age is in a Beatles song, it's 8 squared, and I am so happy to be here in my dungeon.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you all so much. It's been wonderful to meet our improvisers, and we are about to get ready for our first game. And for that first game, I need something from this audience. I'd love to hear a noun. I'd love to hear the questions that you struggle with at night, especially like your either ors, trick or treat, peanut butter or jelly. Which one do you prefer? That is what I need to know from you. I need your either ors, and I'd also love some nouns because we are about to play a game called Opinions. This is going to be an all play. It's for everybody here, really casual game. And all we're going to ask people is to give us an opinion. Lisa, can I get everybody up here real fast? Awesome. Now, everybody, this first thing that I need your opinion about, I need to know from you, trick or treat? Raise a hand, trick or treat, and tell me why. Yes, Amy.
I fully support tricks. Ever since I was a young girl, I was enamored of magicians. And so I love the illusionist, whether it was sleight of hand, a good card trick. I just found that so mesmerizing. And so I just need to I need the trick.
Thank you. We love seeing it. Yes, Marty.
Yes, I prefer treats. For one thing, it's easy for me to eat too much, and treats provide me the sugar that I don't need. And also, when I try to do tricks, I usually fail. So it's tricky. It's treat for me.
It's for you. Not all of us are pranksters. Yes, Alison.
Thank you, Marty, for being on my side. Now, I say tricks because, no, I say treats.
Yes. I was like, what a twist. Go ahead.
I say treats because treat Williams.
Good point. Such a good point. We have another thing I need your opinion about, wonderful improvisers. I need to know, are you pro or against candy corn? Oh, yeah. I saw Simone. I guess I have things to say. Go for it.
I am pro candy corn because it is a beautifully small snack. And when you eat it, you can eat it like color by color. Like you can pick off the white part and then the orange part and then the yellow part. Also, there are multiple variations of candy corn now. So they're more colorful. So candy corn is fun.
Oh my gosh, it's fun. Yes, Marty.
I am against candy corn because there are so many candies which are better, like Junior Mints and Rocky Road, and M&Ms with peanuts. Has to be with peanuts, and so that candy corn is way at the bottom of my list.
Marty says, "Why settle?" Yes, and Norm, did I see your hand? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. I have never met a person in my life who, given a bag of candy corn, has not eaten it. I don't care what they say. They always eat it because it's good. It's sugar. It's pure sugar.
I do see Alison. Go ahead, Alison. Well done, Norm.
No candy corn. Think about it. Think about corns. They hurt. They cause bunions. Do not eat anything that has the word corns or corn.
Thank you. And Amy.
Okay. My hot take is that I am pro candy corn, but not pro eating candy corn. Ever since I learned that you can just reassemble the kernels of candy corn, and because of the colored striations, it actually, you can reconstruct a cob of corn out of candy corn. So pro candy corn, but only for arts and crafts projects.
It's a great reason. Well, y'all, thank you so much for giving your opinions about those very important questions. Now, we are about to move into our next game. So debate is getting real here. I mean, yeah, we really had to fight over that one. I thought the candy corn part was going to get nasty, but it didn't. We were all very civil and very impressed with us. So for this next game, I would love to hear from the chat some classic Halloween monsters. I would love to hear some classic Halloween monsters here in the chat because we are about to do a 1-minute campfire story. So we're going to call each of our wonderful improvisers up. We're going to do, really just a little short story here, not very long. Can't get into all the nitty-gritty details, but just a short campfire story about some classic Halloween monsters. And I'm ready to get the first person up here, Lisa. Lisa, can we go ahead and get Marty up here first? Wonderful.
I
And
am
Marty,
ready.
I would like to hear a 1-minute campfire story about a werewolf.
Once upon a time, someone was bitten, didn't know why, but all of a sudden, at the next full moon, they began to grow hair and convert their body from a human being into a wolf. And they started going around looking for someone to bite and eat. And they ran through the village. And all of a sudden, there were people in front of them with sticks, but they dodged. And he grabbed and bit him. And he ran away. And then he ran outside and they went after him. But he found a little notch where he could hide. And then when the moon went down, he became a person and said, "Oh my God, what have I done?"
What a sad story. But thank you, Marty. It was a beautiful, sad story. Can I get Simone up here next? Wonderful, wonderful. Now, Simone, if you would, could you tell me a 1-minute campfire story inspired by a swamp creature?
Sure. So, on a dark and stormy night in 2020, there was a young girl named Penelope, and she was night fishing, and she heard a funny sound. There was some splashing, and the next thing she knew, a hand had reached up and grabbed her leg, trying to pull her into the lake. Luckily, she knew karate and tried to fend off the swamp creature. But she was unsuccessful and she was pulled into the lake. And then everyone knew from then on that there were 2 swamp creatures and that they would specifically go after people who were night fishing at night. Penelope's sister was very sad because she missed her sister and would often go night fishing in hopes that her sister would one day appear. Then, on the anniversary of her sister's disappearance, she saw a hand come out of the water.
Oh my gosh, terrifying. Terrifying. And that is a 1-minute story based on just swamp creatures in general. Thank you so much, Simone. We are now going to move to Norm next. Norm, thank you so much. I'm really ready for a campfire story from you. Could you give me a campfire story inspired by ghosts?
Well, you may not remember this from your history books, but the very first ghost ever seen was a man named Helmut Schmorgor. He lived not in Germany where you might think, he lived in Finland. And he was the very first ghost anybody had ever seen. How do we know this? It's because Helmut Schmorgborg is still with us to this very day. And if you visit Castle Leiperong in Finland, you will see his ghost still roaming the halls, telling everyone he is the first ghost in the world. You didn't learn that in history, did you?
I certainly did not. We completely skipped over that. Thank you so much for that 1-minute campfire story. And now, can I please, that's my alarm telling me it's been a minute. And now, can I please have Alison for a 1-minute campfire story? Alison, could you
This
please
is
give me...
horrific.
Oh. Yes. A vampire is just a vampire. I keep saying in front of it. Just a vampire is your
Thank
inspiration.
you for asking. I've wanted to tell this story. It is the most horrific time of my life. I was in Target. I needed a pair of shoes for a date for a lovely man with a mustache. And I made my way to the shoes, and there was one pair, size 7, of the most beautiful shoes that matched the dress that I had bought for this amazing date. I reached for it. And the monster came and grabbed the shoes, the last box, and laughed, and went to the cash register. I dream about it still.
Oh my gosh, that is definitely a monster. Awful. And Amy, you are going to be our final campfire story for the evening. Could you give me a campfire story about witches?
Of course. Gather round, everyone. I'll tell you the story of Beatrice, a witch of my youth. You see, it was 75 years ago, and I was coming home from school, and unfortunately, it started getting dark early, and I got distracted by a small bunny rabbit on the path. Well, I followed that bunny rabbit and ended up in front of a strange house. So I knocked on the door, hoping that the owner would come and direct me how to get home. Well, that door opened, and I smelled the most glorious stew cooking. I couldn't help but go in and follow the odor. And it was a wonderful, wonderful stew of eye of newt and all kinds of rabbit. And Beatrice hopped out from the corner and introduced herself and said, "I'll cast a spell on you." And you know what? That spell worked, and it guided me back to my own home with some stew in a Tupperware container. Kind witch.
What a wonderful end to those stories. Thank you all so much for all of those. They will be haunting me, comforting me, just making me think tonight, I assure you. All right. Now, for our next game, we're going to be doing press conference. So I need Alison to go to the waiting room. Lisa, can you send Alison to the waiting room for us? Wonderful. Wonderful. We will get Alison back here in a moment. But for this game, I need some things. I need to know what Halloween costume is Alison wearing to a party this year? To that same party, what treat might Alison be bringing to the party? And then what is something that Alison did at the party? So I'll get that in the chat for everyone. We need a Halloween costume. We need an autumn treat. And we need something Alison did at the party. And kind of while we're getting those suggestions, this is what's going to happen for that game. We're going to bring Alison back in here. And as you can tell, something big happened at this party. There was a wild costume involved. Alison brought some kind of great autumn treat. And also, Alison did something at this party that was so wild, so good, so bad, who knows, that has made it so that we have to call a press conference to talk about this thing. We have to have a conversation with Alison. But fun fact, Alison doesn't actually know what she did. She doesn't know. So our wonderful improvisers are going to drop hints by asking questions that help Alison figure out, again, what was the Halloween costume that Alison wore, what was the autumn treat that was brought, and then what did Alison do at this party? And I do see some suggestions coming in from the chat. Squirrelington Studios, hello there. I see, oh my gosh, you're dropping another one because you're the best. We are going to use for the Halloween costume, we are going to do, I'm going to do a zombie. I'm going to do a zombie. I see you, though, Squirrelington. For the treat, it was a candy apple. And then for the thing that they did at the party that has caused us to all have to kind of come together, Alison drank all the punch. All of it. Alrighty. Improvisers, how do you feel? We ready to bring in Alison here? Wonderful. Let's get Alison back in here. Awesome. I leave it to you, improvisers. Help Alison figure out what she did at this party.
So, Alison, was that costume hard to make?
My rooster costume was hard to make.
Well, a rooster, you were talking about last year. I'm talking about this year's costume.
Last year, I was just very proud of last year's rooster costume. So the costume of being a sugar bowl was a little bit hard.
No, that was 2 years ago.
Oh yes, but the welding was fun. Well, I made this costume, which this costume, which was a bottle of mayonnaise, half eaten, and that's what you may do.
Amy, go ahead.
Yes, hi, Alison. I'm just wondering, did your costume make it more difficult for you to find people who are absent-minded?
Well, of course it did. So it was a magnifying glass attached to a Geiger counter, and also it had a seeing eye dog with it too.
Marty, go ahead.
Yeah, this costume is really very, very clever. They didn't require a lot of brains to make.
It did require some brains, which is why I needed help. It was a computer. I needed brains inside the computer, like a hard drive or like a chip or something. It was
Simone.
It seems like you did quite a wonderful job on your makeup. In previous years, you went for something cute, but I'm wondering why you took such a radical shift for your costume decision this year.
Oh, because I wanted to be a monster. I wanted to be an ugly monster. I wanted to be a horrible Dracula, scary ghost-like monster with jaws, or a reptilian looking.
Yes, Amy.
Now, your costume just caused quite a commotion Weren't you concerned that it might wake the dead?
Oh, yeah, it was the zombie costume really worked out for me this year.
Hey.
Moving on. The second thing.
No, I had a treat that I brought, and it was a full rack of lamb.
Amy.
Your treats are absolutely wonderful. My Granny Smith has raved about them for quite some time.
Yes, I love your grandmother Smith, and the the rack of lamb was for a different holiday. So I like the apple. The apple stuff.
Absolutely delicious.
Delicious. It was a delicious apple. Bam.
Yes,
and-
Simone.
And am I correct that you won the bobbing for things in apples in the basin?
A barrel of apples. Absolutely. That's barrel of laughs, barrel of apples, barrel of, never mind, all things barrel.
Norm.
So there was something about these apples that was different. What did you do to make them different?
I turned them into applesauce. I tried that. I baked them. I sliced them. I bobbed them. I cored them.
Marty, did you have something, Marty?
Yes, I had a question. Is it true that some of these apples really you couldn't tell which they were like?
Because they were invisible apples.
Amy.
You seem to be getting a little uptight here about these treats. I just hope no one's put a stick up your butt or
that's not the first time somebody said that about me, but I do have a candy apple left that I'd like to give you.
That is it. All right, I got one more thing, everybody. Right.
So
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Norm.
I'm just sorry.
Yeah, well, Alison, you seem to be awfully thirsty at that party. Why did you do what you did?
It was a contest to see how much hard cider I could fill my gut with. Sorry, guys, it was tough, but
Yes, Marty.
Yeah. Now, is it true that that sometimes things hit you a little hard and sometimes they don't, but you really know how to take one of these?
You mean the jokes that I was telling, taking a lot of those jokes about how much cider I was drinking, or I took a punch. I do everything like that.
Yeah.
Simone, did you have something?
Punch somebody.
Yes.
I punched somebody with a punch.
How did you feel when the little kids at the party were crying because they didn't have anything for themselves to drink?
Well, I drank all the punch in the fruit bowl.
Yeah.
I was.
Oh my God.
I was.
Yep. So you dressed as a zombie, you had candy apples, and you drank all the punch. And that's why we were so frustrated with you. Thank you so much, Alison, for being such a good sport about that game. So now
Everyone makes mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes. Please forgive. All right. We are going to move into another game called Good, Bad, Worst. So what I'm curious to know, what's something that you need advice about, chat? I'd especially love Halloween themed things you need advice about. So Halloween themed things you need advice about. For example, best place to keep a skeleton might be a thing that you need advice about. And what our improvisers are going to do, we're going to have one person that is giving the best advice a good place to hide a skeleton. And a science lab might be a really good place. Nobody will know. A bad place is going to be the second improviser. This is kind of the middle one. It's not great advice. And a closet might be just, they're probably going to check their skeletons in the closet. And then the third one, the worst advice. It's bad or it's punny. In a body is what I would say. You're hiding a skeleton. It's your skeleton. It's in your own body. Okay. All right. So while we have those suggestions coming in for this game, I'm just gonna take a friendly moment to remind you all that we have some other shows coming up here at the Impro Virtual Studio. And one of those shows that we have coming up is going to be Sonder and completely improvised podcast. I have a little description I'm going to read for you. Short speculative fiction audio plays based on audience suggestions. What did you believe as a child that you now know is not true? Or what was an unusual or irrational fear you had as a child? It's all true in Sonder. That is coming up this November here to the Impro Virtual Studio, but you have to reserve your ticket. Make sure you reserve your ticket to these shows, friends. So I'm posting the direct link to reserve your ticket for those wonderful virtual shows that we have coming up. I just posted that in the chat, and I also bought us some time. So can I get up here? Let's go Marty, Amy, Simone for this game. And we're going to have, let's see, we're going to have Marty, you're giving the best advice. Very good advice. The best advice you could possibly think of. Let's see, I said Amy, Simone. Yep, I've already forgotten, team. Thank you so much. Simone, you're giving bad advice, middle of the road. Amy, worst advice. Sounds good, team? All right. And if I didn't call your name, if you could go ahead and camera off for me, that'll help us out. That'll help Lisa, our wonderful tech, out. Give it up for Lisa here in the chat. All right. Now, the first thing that I need some advice about is what is the best thing to give out for trick-or-treaters? And again, this is like good, bad, worst. So good, if you could go first for us, a good thing to give out to trick-or-treaters.
Well, the thing is, mathematics is the solution to all your problems. So the best thing you should give out is a book called Mathematics for the Million, because that will teach them all sorts of mathematics and they will be ready for their life.
Oh, wow. Preparing for the future. Love that. Can we hear like a bad thing to give out for trick-or-treaters?
Yes. So a bad thing to give out to trick-or-treaters from the trick-or-treaters' point of view is a toothbrush and toothpaste. Because children do not want toothbrushes and toothpaste. They want candy. They want sugar. So the best thing would be to help them on their sugar-free life. They eat the candy and then they brush their teeth. It's all in one sack.
You're so right. I do not think the trick-or-treaters would appreciate that as much as you would hope. Amy, let's hear the worst advice, though.
Oh, well, you've actually got to combine the suggestions, and you're going to take a plaque and write on it with toothpaste, your number's up. And that is what you give your trick or treat.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you to our panel. I'm definitely making notes about this, but I do have another thing here that I need some advice about. And I need some advice about the best way, bad way, worst way, to enjoy a scary movie. Thank you so much, Marty. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you want the best one now or do you want it later?
Best,
All right.
best.
Okay.
Thank you.
The best way is to mathematically compute the best time when in the middle of the movie you have to go so that you miss the real scary parts and you won't be scared. And then you'll just see the part at the end where they get into trouble and the part at the end where everyone except for the final person dies. And then that way you will enjoy it without being too scared.
Wow, that was a pro tip. Thank you so much, Marty. Can I hear a bad way to enjoy a scary movie?
Yes, so before watching the movie, about 30 minutes before, you should take some caffeine pills and drink a few cups of coffee. That way, that when something happens and you get scared, you'll get the health benefits of being scared to your body.
Great. And the worst way to enjoy a scary movie?
Worst way to enjoy a scary movie is to start at the end of the movie and watch it backwards, because then you find it becomes a movie of a lone person who suddenly finds himself regenerating people to keep him company up to the beginning.
Oh my gosh. That is definitely the worst way to watch a scary movie. Thank you all. Everybody, let's come on back here because we're about to play a totally different game. We are about to play, I made up the name for this game. I'm calling it Zombies tonight. So this is what I need here in the chat. I need words that you think of when you think of zombies. Words that might be commonly said when talking about zombies. Because this is what's going to happen. I'm just going to type that in the chat. Words relating to zombies. Because this is what's about to happen. What's about to happen is our wonderful improvisers are going to each be assigned a word that corresponds with zombies. Then we're going to start a scene. And if their word is said and they are not on screen, they will arise. Turn on their camera. They will turn on their camera, arising like a zombie. But if they're already out here and their word is said, then they have to get out of there. They have to disappear, die. Also like a zombie. So, right, we are entering and exiting when our words are said. So, I have some words for y'all. Let's see. Simone, your word is going to be head. Head. Noggin. Yes. Head. Marty, your word is machete. Machete. Yes. Alison, your word is bite. Your word is bite. Norm, your word is undead. And Amy, your word is apocalypse. And everyone, the scene that we're going to have you all doing while you're saying these words, while you're entering and exiting, dying and coming back, whatever you decide to do with that, is you are trying to solve the zombie apocalypse. All right, I leave it to you, improvisers. Let's go ahead and start off with two people on here, Alison and Simone. And feel free to start the scene whenever you're ready.
You come here!
You can't get me. I'm going to cut off your head with this machete. Stay back.
Oh, we need each dead people.
Oh, but the people around here, they are not They are undead, and we cannot use them that way.
Oh, we
But
cannot fight the undead in their head.
The thing is, though, that they will get hungry and they will start to bite us, and we will be doomed. Ah, I hear someone, but I can't see them. There must be they must be bringing on the apocalypse. I don't know what to do right now.
Oh my goodness, Barry! Barry, I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
I'm gonna lose
Oh,
my
I'm so
head
glad.
if I don't screw it on tight.
Don't worry. I have this machete to protect us.
Oh, you're one of the good guys. I thought you were one of the undead. Oh,
No, I'm still alive.
hey, put that hatchet down. Or is that a machete? I don't know what it is.
It's a machete.
Oh,
Wh-
but the thing is, what can we do? They are all surrounding us, and they are about to make us. I'm not dead, but I don't know. I don't know what about being undead is like, and I don't want it to happen to me.
my blood sugar's dropping. I'm gonna need to take a bite of this snack.
Oh, we have to form a club. I'll bring
Oh.
snacks before we do what we need to do.
Oh,
Or the
this club.
apocalypse comes.
The apocalypse is here.
Oh,
And now is the apocalypse over now?
my
It's
God.
here.
There are arms flailing outside. You don't want to go out there.
How can you defeat them?
You gotta use your machete. Oh my goodness. There's like all undead people out there.
And they're biting and chewing on our friends outside.
They're
Someone at the door.
biting heads off. Oh, what are we going to do?
Oh no. Okay. Don't
This
lose a head.
is truly the apocalypse.
No. Don't make me go out there.
Let's go out there and chop off some zombie heads.
Woo! You're gonna call it there. You all did really, really great. You figured out how to solve the look in my book. I'll say it. I'm definitely an expert. And I will say you all solved the zombie apocalypse. You did it. You figured it out. No matter what challenges were against you. So we're going to be playing our final game for this evening, which is going to be 25-letter alphabet. So what I need from you, chat, is I need a consonant. I need a letter that is a consonant. Any consonant will do. Because whatever letter you all give us is going to be a letter that our improvisers cannot use. So earlier, when I was talking to our tech, Lisa, about this game, I picked a really hard one that I'm going to share with you all. I picked the letter C, and we were witches at around a cauldron. It is very hard. So we could not use any words that had a C in it, like a witch or a cauldron, for instance. Can't say those words. They both have C in them. So our improvisers are going to go back and forth. This is very much going to be a one-person standing kind of a game. Let me have out, let's see, let's go with Norm, and let's go Norm and Marty. I'm making y'all go head to head. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. We're getting you out here. And you all cannot use any words with the letter P in them? Yes, the letter P. P. And your scene that you all will start is your witches around a cauldron. Sound good? No words with the letter P. And if you mess up, you'll hear from me. I'm just kidding. Whenever y'all are ready, feel free to start your scene. Good luck.
We've added the good stuff and mixing it.
Yes, indeed, Hazel. The eye of newt is the best ingredient.
I will taste it now. It is very good, but it could be better.
Do we need
Here,
to add? Do we need to
try
add?
some.
Oh, okay.
And now you cannot use the letter T. The letter T is no longer an option. You can use P though, just not T like tasty.
This
Ah.
is really good elixir, Hazel. But
Yes, George. It is almost yummy. I used
Marty.
the letter. I'm out. I'm gone.
I was sneaking in there. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to say it. It has a T in it. Well done, Marty. Well done, Norm. Can we get Simone out here? Can we get Simone out here? Both of you are still witches around a cauldron, and you still can't use the letter T. Good luck.
Well, Mabel, I appreciate.
Norm, I'm so sorry. As you realized a little too late, appreciate that's a T in it. That was hilarious. Thank you. Alison, can we get you out here? Y'all were sticking on T for a little bit because this one's really hard. You are still witches around a cauldron. Good luck.
More eyes, please.
No. Many eyes already in Cohen.
More eyes, I say.
No. I say no, no, no. You might.
Oh no! Oh no, Alison! Might has a T. All right, can we get Amy up here? Y'all, guess what? We're sticking on T. It's very different. See, as you all have probably noticed, I've literally been using T every single time I've been out here, so I would not. I would have already been out. Whenever you are ready, feel free to begin. Good
I
luck.
will add some blood of dog.
You have enough eyes.
Oh, dandelions are good as well.
Roses also.
Ooh, and pansies.
Somebody drank our punch.
Why?
I was saving punch for beyond.
I know. And your hair will become long and gorgeous.
You're awesome. I'm charmed.
Aw, so adorable.
Hello, I am adding a letter. The
Ooh.
letter L. So no T, no L. Good luck out there.
You are supreme chef.
I know. I know.
Maybe Wednesday we may dance.
Or cookies?
Cookies.
Blood cookies.
Oh,
Blood.
L.
oh. Now to be fair, okay, I'm coming back. Y'all did so well. Hands up, applause, applause, applause. We were having some beautiful long pauses. We were really thinking about things. Well done to all of you. I was putting this in the chat just between us improvisers to one of our improvisers. I was like, I love this game. It's one of my favorites, but it's also so hard. So well done to all of our improvisers. And y'all, that is our community jam for today. If you want to join us in the future, we'll be back again next month. Please give some love to these wonderful improvisers here in the chat. You did so great. We jammed, we improvised. It was wonderful. Now, one thing I want y'all to know, two things really. First thing, Impro Theater is a nonprofit theater, which means that we truly do rely on your donations. Feel free to go to our website, improtheater.com/#donate to make a donation to Impro. It truly helps us out. And another way that you can help out Impro Theater is by subscribing to us on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe link down below. It really helps us out. And that's a free way to support us. All that to say, thank you so much for being here. We have Sandra coming up, more stuff coming up through the Impro Virtual Studio. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night.